in this video we discuss the rolling process. So the rolling process, here we have the two set roller. Oh, all right, the two roller. So now when a particular metal stock is basically go through this particular roller, then what actually happen? So this roller is basically compressed this hot and plastically metal stock, and after compressed the metal, what actually happened, the metal will be changed its shape and become like, the change its shape means change in cross sectional area. And so this is the initial plate thickness, and this is after rolling plate thickness, initially T1 and after rolling it will be the thickness T2. All right, so this is, and this, if I talk about the difference of this particular thickness, the T1 minus T2 is basically known as a draft. All right, so this is very important term. So this is the draft, and the how much area the metal should the roller should compressed this particular the metal. So this is actually depend upon the particular angle. So if I draw a particular angle through this, so this particular angle is known as a angle of angle of bite. So yeah, so this is basically known as angle of bite. All right, and angle of bite actually the depend upon the size of the roller. All right, so if we use the small size roller, the small diameter roller, the diameter is R1. So if we use the small size small diameter roller, then the angle of bite actually the low. So the small size roller we have a less angle of bite, and similarly the reverse one, the large diameter roller, then we have the greater angle of bite. All right, so this is the rolling process. So in a rolling process there have a very short question is that very importance of question is, what is the primary force? So primary force, actually the rolling process is the compressive force, at the roller is actually the compressed the hot and plastically deformed metal. So I talk about the basically the hot, and I use the term like hot and plastically deformed metal because it is very easy to relate the things. All right, so actually that's the reason I basically use the term hot metal working process. All right, so this is nothing but the same thing are performed in a particular the cold metal working process as well. Now for easy to understand, I basically discuss on the hot metal working process. So the roller is basically the compressed this metal stock, hot and plastically metal stock. So it is basically the primary force of the rolling process is basically the compressive force. So primary force is basically, in a rolling process, primary force is basically the compressive force. All right, the rolling process, what actually happened, the cross sectional area, if I talk about this cross sectional area, so this cross sectional area of that particular metal will be decreased. So this cross sectional area, all right, the T1, so cross sectional area will be decreased because of the cross sectional compressive force. All right, and the length will be the increase. So because of that particular compressive force, the cross sectional area will be the decrease and the length will be the increase. All right, so this is, and in this particular figure, the when the metal will be get into the roller, that time the speed is very less, and when the metal will be coming out from that particular roller after compressed, so what actually, when the speed will be high, and the here basically speed is decreased. So in between this particular, the middle of that particular roller, they have a particular speed that is basically not speed, actually they have a particular plane we get. In that particular plane the speed will be quite stable. So in that particular plane we can say that particular plane name is a neutral plane. So that particular plane is known as a neutral plane. So this is basically the rolling process. So now we basically talk on the forging process. So the forging process, it is a very important process, and by the help of the forging process we actually create like the crankshaft. All right, then the crank itself, the connecting rod. So these are basically manufactured by the forging process, and in a particular rolling process, we basically, the seat are the formation. All right, the formation of the seat are possible. So in a particular rolling process, the formation of the seat are possible. So this is after rolling process, the formation of the seat are possible. So this is a one metal stock, and after rolling process, angle of bite set and compressive force, the seat metal are formed. All right. So this is it metal stock, and after rolling, the seat are formed. So this is the rolling process, and a forging process, the crankshaft, the connecting node, etc. The next video we discuss the forging process.